The Bear months are here and September. My gosh, we are really heading into autumn right now. I don't know if you can feel the energy shift, but you'll probably find that Virgo is really starting to bring that productivity out in your mind, and you're starting to be a little bit more analytical about where you want to be in your future. So yeah, we have got a couple of crystals to discuss this month. I'm not going to go crazy and give you a crystal for every moon and date this month, because there's two that I feel will carry you all the way through September and into October. As I said before, we have a few dates. So we have the new moon in Virgo and the super full moon in Pisces. So get ready to hold on to your hats, because those storms, those autumnal storms are brewing. As well, we have a little thing called Equinox. The September autumn equinox is happening as well. So there's a lot to talk about. Okay, so we all know by now that the new moons are fantastic for helping us manifest our dreams and desires. And from the 2nd and the 3rd, depending where you are in the world, it's the 3rd here in the UK, in the early hours of the morning, the new moon is going to bring a spectacular burst of vigorous energy for you to get your projects off the ground. However, Saturn's in the mix, and it will try to get you to put a break on things, and it will try to ensure that you have complete and utter disregard for all of your dreams you had before now, and it will just give you a real case of, can I even do this? Yeah, so you might find there's a bit of push and pull, but just know that you can do this because you started the process. Your dreams are there to be led and felt and absolutely lived. So even though Saturn is kind of putting ideas in your mind that you're not good enough for all of this, believe me, you are. So use that Virgo spirit, make some bullet points, get really clear actions in place for how you want your new moon manifesting to work, and start making small tiny steps. Now we're heading into the hibernation season, as we call it. We've set our seeds in spring, we've harvested everything, and we've given thanks, and now we're going to kind of just sit back and we're going to relax a little bit through September and just take our foot off the pedal and hit the brakes a little bit. Now that is down to Saturn as well, but however, it's absolutely imperative you do keep putting steps forward. Don't put your foot on the brake completely, because the universe is watching and conspiring with you to bring about all that you want to wish for. So as I said, you might get a few blockages from your own doing or externally regarding your projects. There will be lots of conversations and advice from well-meaning people, but just remember to follow what's in here, okay? Follow your dream, because you'll be inclined to follow what they're saying and take on board what they're saying because you think they're saying the right thing. I hope this is coming across right, but just know that you need to just clear your mind, remember why you started, and just go for it, because the productivity is around you. You've got so many different things in your corner fighting for you at the moment, and the energies are all conspiring to make exactly what you want to happen. I know often I talk about the right crystals for this month, and this month it's going to be citrine, and if I can lift it up, whoa, clear quartz. These two powerhouses are going to be incredible for you this month. These are the crystals that you want to be working with mostly. There will be other crystals around the equinox, such as carnelian, red jasper, pyrite, amber. They're amazing for working with the energies, but these ones are going to help you massively every step of the way through September. Productivity, health, as your kids go back to school, you go back to work after holidays, and there's so many bugs about, so it's going to help with productivity there. I need to just put these down. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I'm thinking productivity, health, ensuring that you get off on the right foot, brilliant crystals, and also clear quartz that I've just put down, that heavy chunk of crystal, is incredible for manifesting the energies that you want out of the month. And whatever you might be going through, relationships, work, health, adventure, travel, whatever it might be, that crystal will make sure it works for you and blend its energy for exactly what you need. So just to recap, new moon is the new moons, we're talking the 2nd and the 3rd. Incredible energy for getting projects off the ground, but there will be some challenges to face, but just know that you can deal with whatever comes your way. There will be well-meaning people giving you their ounce and their penny's worth, but again, just remember, you know what you want to do deep in here, okay? So just go for it and just know that you can achieve whatever you want. The super full moon in Pisces is around the 17th or the 18th of September, and it is a big energy. It's also eclipse season. So again, we've got that push-pull eclipse, dark and light season. The super full moon is going to really amplify everything you're feeling. So if you struggle around new moons and full moons, normally the eclipse season can make that a little bit more stronger. So just bear that in mind. If you get headaches or tension, you might want to stock up on what you need to cope with those. However, this moon as well, even though it's in Pisces, is going to be very interesting for those of you who are spiritually minded. It's going to be a really wonderful time for you to connect with your higher self, especially as we start heading towards the magical October season and the thinning of the veil. This is a really exciting time for you to practice your meditating and your connecting to the higher realms when you're wanting advice. So grab your tarot cards, your oracle cards, your pendulums, anything you need for divination, oh my gosh, can't even say the word, but whatever you feel you need or use through runes, anything, use them, because you are going to connect to the higher realms and the higher planes and get clarity and the answers that you need around this full moon. Ultimately, the full moon is about letting things go, but you're going to find yourself between a rock and a hard place right now, because even though you know you need to let something go, you need to create space and time in your life to sort of, as you're working through and navigating everything that you've harvested, and you know, there's big changes afoot basically as we go through the bear months and everything starts slowing down. It can feel a little bit unsettling to some people, but just know that you are in control of every single step. And as I said, you might find yourself between a rock and a hard place, because you won't know what it is potentially you want, in terms of you'll feel inclined to let something go because you potentially want to head down a new path. But then the memories will pull you back and hold you back. And it's about whether you can let go of those great memories and nostalgia to clear the path for exciting new adventures in the new year. So there's quite a lot of work to be had around this full moon. But as I said, it's a great time as well to release anything that no longer serves you, that you are fully aware of. But just know this can be a little bit heavy. So again, this citrine is going to be great because it will lift you, give you clarity, it will welcome success and all that is destined for you. You will also be called to do a lot of forgiveness work around this full moon, okay? I feel like there's a lot that's being held on to over the summer. Through the summer, we kind of throw caution to the wind and we get a little bit footloose and fancy free. And because we're having such a good time, we bury emotions and feelings. We kind of just get rid of them and disregard them because we're having such a good time doing everything else. Well, now you've got time to sit and think. This is the time for you to start forgiving others or yourself for anything that may have happened in your life that you're holding on to. Because at the end of the day, you do feel, it's very normal when the nights draw in. You do feel a little bit more heightened and you can feel a little bit more down this time of year. And just know that every single day that goes forward, if you do struggle like this, every single day that goes forward is a day closer to spring again, to the lighter days again. So don't focus on working towards the winter solstice. just know that there is so much light around you, whether that be spiritually, daylight, or anything else. Take control, my loves, okay? Take control. But as I said, this is going to be a very difficult time if you've got a lot on your mind. It's a really important time for you to get through that difficulty. Do some pros and cons, speak to someone you care about, because by shedding this and whatever this weight is on your shoulders, it's going to lighten you up a lot more and make it a lot easier to go through winter. And one final thing on the full moon, you might find that it actually raises more questions than answers, and there'll be a very fine line between your logical mind and the spiritual realm and all of that. So just be careful by how you respond to people around that time as well, because also we've got the energy of the equinox, so things kind of are a little bit shaky, and we're also going into Libra season a few days later. So if you need to take some time out, book that time out now. Close those doors, get a blanket round you, and just have a hot chocolate and watch your favourite movie. If you just need to avoid the people for a few days, it's all okay to do that. Self-care comes first, remember. Okay, the autumn equinox is around the 22nd, and that's the same time that Libra starts. Now, the autumn equinox means that the days are of equal length, so we've got the same amount of night and day. It's a sure sign that the seasons are twisting and turning and revolving around the wheel. And do you know what? It's actually a really lovely time for giving thanks for everything you've received over summer and since you planted your seeds in the spring. That's the word. Just know that with this comes contentment, and it comes with comfort and lovely, gooey, nice, warm feelings. So it is a really lovely time of the year. Just be sure to give thanks to your friends around this time, express lots of gratitude, and as I say, just look backwards about what you may have learned over the summer and you can take forward through to the next season. And very quickly, Libra is a really lovely time for you to look at your friendships. This is about making sure you're giving as much to them as they are to you, or vice versa, and perhaps reaching out and building bridges. So yes, September could be a little bit tumultuous. We're starting with, we're going in with Virgo, and we're still in summer really, even though meteorological autumn starts on the 1st, it doesn't officially seasonally start until the 22nd, so we are technically holding on to summer. Usually we end up with some really beautiful weather in September as well, so enjoy that. But just know that there will be a shift in your energy as you start going into hibernation. It's okay to say no to those events that you may not want to go to, or say no to projects at work that might overwhelm you. Just know that slowing down is absolutely fine. It's natural, it's nature's way of telling you it's time to do that. Remember again to reflect on all of the spring and summer and take forward your wisdom. And just know that September is going to be lovely. Of course, manifesting around the equinox, manifesting around the new moon. Oh, look how pretty that is. Oh my gosh, I love citrine. Look at that rainbow. The new moon, it's all there for the taking, but also as well, just know that it could be a little bit heavy. We're going into eclipse season, we've got the super full moon. It's never easy on us, is it? But do you know what? With a little bit of knowledge, we can go into it with our hands held high and say, do you know what, just come at me energy, because I'm ready for you. And hopefully this video has given you a little bit of an insight. So lots of love and light. Happy September. As I said, clear quartz for those bugs and those germs and anything else that might be lingering from school children, workplaces and everything else. It also is a great energy for transmuting into it whatever you need. And citrine for giving you lots of manifesting energy, for attracting everything you need in the world. It attracts success, luck, money and everything else in between. So they are my 2 crystals for September. Have a wonderful month, guys.